Hey there everybody, Johnny T here, and today we have a very interesting watch, a bit of a rare one. This is a Seiko Scuba Diver's 200 meter auto start depth sensor watch. I believe this is a 120 click bezel. Feels the same as any other Seiko, like a SKX007. There's a splash of lume on the indices, which is this. I mean, I feel like this watch has less lume than SKX007, which is kind of interesting. The depth meter, I believe, is this orange hand here. I'm not 100% sure because the watch isn't running, and I've never had this movement in my hands before. It's got a lumed pip with this orange arrow here, which is pretty sweet. This is a heavy-duty tool watch. It's a very large watch. I think it's probably 44 to 48 millimeter, somewhere around there. I believe this is a depth gauge here. Probably start and stop for the chronograph. Not sure what this button does. It could be, yeah, I'm not sure. We'll find out. But this chapter ring seems to show depth in meters. So goes up to 55 meters, which is pretty decent. It says limit on there. Japan, what is that? 7K52. That's the movement. Kind of crazy. It's also got an alarm, allegedly. This watch does appear to be used. It looks like they just never removed this plastic, which is kind of interesting. 7K52. Sapphire crystal. 200 meters water resistance. Auto start depth sensor. Chunky watch, probably 18 millimeter thick if I had to guess. So yeah, as you can see, it's not running. Seconds hand isn't going. There is lume on the seconds hand. There is also lume on the chronograph seconds hand as well. So you have both of those to work with, and then yeah, not too bad. Even though it's there isn't much lume on there, it's very bright. So yeah, what we're going to do is we're going to remove the case back, and we're going to see what battery this takes and what we need to do to access that. So, or what kind of battery it needs. I'm having a brain fart. I'm going to use the good heavy duty case back opener for this one, just because this watch has no lugs. Or sorry, it doesn't have a bracelet installed, so this should be pretty easy. You just need to figure out what size the block, what size blocks the lug width is. Looks like it's about 22 millimeter, so we'll grab the 22s here. I like to put a little cloth in the center here, just so I don't scratch the watch. And then the bezel looks like it's actually gonna cause some interference with this, so I'm not entirely sure how tight I should have this. I think that's good. Oh, I also installed the square studs in this so that I get better grip on these case backs, because I was using the round ones for a little while. Lock this in place. I don't think this ring is relevant, so if I move this, it should come off. Oof, that's tight. Yeah, very tight. But I do believe we are successful here on removing this. There is some debris that has been dislodged, so this watch has been used. There's dead skin cells and stuff inside of the case back for sure. Seam. Okay. So let's get this off of here now. Let's see. I don't want to scratch the watch, so I'm going to remove this whole piece. So this whole head comes off. I'm just going to remove that so I can lift this out and not scratch anything. I think that's probably how I'm supposed to do it. Haven't been doing it that way because I'm silly, but yeah. Should be able to get this off, put these blocks back, and we'll take a look at this Seiko in a second. Alright, get this off the table. Get my camera oriented back where it's supposed to go. Something like that. Get my Seiko. Okay, so the moment of truth. Let's see what's inside of this. Never had this movement before. I have no idea what to expect. So I'm going to use plastic tweezers just so I don't scratch anything. Even though it's a used watch, I want to be careful. Whoa. Huh, okay. So this gasket is herniated. Is that what I should say? Probably gonna have to replace the gasket. Seems to be out of place, bent out of shape. This does have a piezo element. Says Japan A Seiko Time Corp. Look at that. Huh. Okay. Seiko Time Corp. Japan. I believe you remove the crown over here with this push button. No jewel. 7K52A with the 2 on the bottom. Looks like I've got a procedure to do after I replace the battery. Contact AC, that's usually all clear with positive of the battery. Seems pretty simple. But how do I get the battery out? I do believe there are 2 screws. I think there's a screw here, a screw there, and I believe if I unscrew those, I will remove the plate for the battery. So let's try it out, see what happens. I don't know if there's any kind of spring tension anywhere. I don't think there is. Just to, because I don't know what's gonna fly at me, so I'm gonna play it safe and just keep my finger on this. That seems to be loose. Let's do the other one. Oh, okay, so it is under spring tension. I did not lose that screw. I found it. It's over here. I'm going to put that inside the case back. Somebody in the comments told me that that's a good place to put my screws, so I'm going to do that. Okay, so this was under spring tension. Yeah, so the back of this plate has a couple tabs that are pressing against the battery. This all looks really good. Looks nice and clean. Don't see any corrosion or debris or anything. Oop. I do see a rogue screw though. I thought this was with the plate. I guess not. I'll put that back over there with it. This looks extremely good, guys. Oh man. Okay. What are we working with? We are working with a CR 2016. I do believe that I have several of these. I just gotta find it. Let's see. CR 2016. Right there. Pop it out. Get my tweezers. put it in. Okay, so should I completely install the battery and then short? Where is the AC pin anyways? It's way up here at the, it's right there. So I do believe there, yeah, there's a little contact. You can kind of see it in that hole. That's where the AC pin is. So I'm going to install it completely first before I attempt to oh, this is way off. Before I attempt to reset it. Okay, that seems about right. This might be a bit tricky for me. I'm gonna. Okay. I think I want to do the right side first, perhaps. My screw just decided to fall on the top. Okay, let's screw this one back on. Don't want to put it all the way in. Maybe I should drive that out a bit because I want to align this. Make sure it's loose enough to align because I don't know how aligned I am on this other end. Seems to be pretty good right there. I really should. I just bought some brass tweezers. Where did I put my brass tweezers? Here we go. So another recommendation by the same individual was to get some brass tweezers. I have done that. So this should make my life a little easier now. These are non-magnetic and it's a soft metal. So I just need to learn how to use them. But shouldn't scratch any of the stainless steel screws, or something's magnetized over here. Okay. Just like that. Just like that. Okay. I'm going to get some metal tweezers now. Metal needle nose. And I'm going to do the thing it says to do. Which is battery positive with AC. So I'm going to lift my camera up a little. So how do we know if it's reset? I have no idea. I don't know if I did anything to it though. Maybe I should begin with one of these inside the AC pin like so. 1, 2, 3. I have no idea if I reset it or not. Okay, so is this gasket gonna play nice with me, I wonder? No, there's no way. So it does need a new gasket. What do we want for this? We want a 38mm, perhaps? 38mm gasket. Alright. Let's see, where did I put my gaskets? I don't think I put them away. Here they are. Okay, 38 millimeter. Let's see what we got. 40, 39, 38 millimeter. This is a big gasket. Let's see if it'll fit. Might need one down actually. Yeah, let's do one size down. I think 38 seems to be a tad too big. So we will do 37 instead. Okay. Let's see, there's some gunk on this actually. Let me. Okay. 37 millimeter seems like it might be better. That's still loose too. Alright. I guess we're gonna go with 36 instead. I want it to be snug. I don't want it to be, you know, have to stretch in order to wrap around this gasket, but I do want it to be snug. So trying 36 now. Seems alright. New gasket. This is a diver's watch, so I think we're going to put just a tad. So I've also been told that I used too much of the silicone grease before, so I'm going to go ahead and use a smaller amount. So I'm going to get a needle pin. I'm just going to get, like, I don't know, this much perhaps. My camera's gonna focus. That might be enough, I think. And I think all I need to do is put it on a little bit over here, and then a little bit on the opposite end. I think that'll be good. Cool. Just to kind of give this a better seal. Is this gasket as far over as it can be? No, the gasket's coming up a bit, so what I'm going to do is I want to push it back. I think it's on a thread right now. Do not want it on a thread. Really wants to end up on a thread on this. You know what? This is too tight. I'm gonna go with a I'm gonna go with the 37 millimeter after all, because this one's just too tight. It's so tight that it's getting caught up in one of the case threads, so we're not going to be okay with that, I don't think. So we'll put one of these on that's a bit looser. I'm going to reapply some of this grease. This is one of those times where I feel like I need let's just see if it'll go back on now better than the last one. So this feels a bit better. Okay. Alright, yeah, no, that seems pretty okay. Alright, so is it ticking? It is ticking. Does it work? Huh. I don't know what I just did. So all I did was I hit this pusher up here and it's doing some stuff. But it did beep, which means the piezo works, which means the alarm probably works. Okay. I'm guessing that I'm probably putting it in dive mode. I'm going to have to look up instructions on how to set this watch. Seems to be working fine though, as far as I can tell. The crown is screwed down. Not sure what it's doing. I'll let it finish before I mess around with the crown. In the meantime, let's get dimensions. Zero it out. So this watch is a 46.5 millimeter without pushers and crown, with pusher or with the crown and the end over here. 51 millimeter, very very big watch. Should be 22 millimeter lug width. Yep. So it didn't come with a bracelet, so I'm gonna have to put one on. That's 22 millimeter, and then the lug to lug is 53 millimeter in the thickness. 16 millimeter. Looks like it stopped moving. I'm gonna pull the crown out now. See what happens. Oop. Okay, so position 1 is making it do something. My camera decided to stop recording. I don't know when it did that, but I'm in position 2 right now, and I'm seeing if the date changes on this. I need to hack so I use a Sony a6000. I need to hack it so it does continuous recording. Oh, it's changing. Okay, that's good. So the date changes at 12 like it's supposed to. Good. The hands are also lining up where they're supposed to. Okay, quick change works. Position number 1. Alright, cool. I do believe we have a fully functional watch. Very cool. I'm going to remove this case back and just make sure that this gasket I installed isn't getting torn up. It just fell off. That's funny. So it does seem to fit inside of the ring. So there's actually a big lip on this case back. So there's a lot of surface area there. So this gasket, it's a bit loose on this itself. But you know what? I think that's fine. There's a hair that's bothering me. Okay. Yeah, it's all where it's supposed to be. So let's put this the case back on. Goes on well. Yeah, looks good. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Alright, well, that's all I got. I'm gonna have to learn how to use this watch. And I don't know if I'm gonna update everybody. I might make a video update about it. I'm not sure yet, but I'm gonna go figure out how to set this, and then I may or may not be back with it. So there you go. Very cool watch. It seems to be running well. It's not set properly, but I'm gonna fix that. What does this pusher do? What about this one? Oh. This one's moving the alarm hand. Okay. This one doesn't do anything. Okay. Well, maybe I didn't reset it properly, so we'll see. But I'm going to put my protector back on my brass tweezers. Okay, cool. Well, thanks so much for watching. If this was useful or interesting, please like and subscribe. Otherwise, I appreciate you stopping by, and I'll see you all in the next one, perhaps. Have a good day. Bye. Okay, so I've learned a couple things about this watch. So the way to set the alarm is you push this pusher, I think it's pusher C, and it's just like the 7 S26 movement. You just advance it a couple times, and it'll chime when it's time to chime. So it should do that. Another thing is, let's see. So according to the manual, I'm supposed to do this procedure, which is pull the crown out to position 2. And, sorry, so this must be pusher A. Sorry, pusher A is going to set your alarm. And then I'm supposed to push B and C simultaneously. And then it's supposed to show this information in the dive log, and that shows that it's calibrated. So I'm going to do that as soon as this alarm goes off. There's also a way to reset. I might as well do this now. Well, I'm going to wait for, I have to wait for the alarm, actually. Give it 1 second. Yeah, see? There it goes. Cool. So the alarm does work on this, which is pretty nice. So in order to reset all of your log data, because when you push, what is this, pusher B, it'll do the last log, which I haven't dived with this watch since I reset it, so it's obviously not correct. But well, it says it's 20 meters, average depth of 10 meters. I don't know what that means. Time randomly selected. Time of data 1 + 6 hours. Diving time of 15 minutes. Interesting. So if you push this button, oh, it stopped at what is that, 10 meters perhaps? 10 meters in the, okay, so I think this is your time, so it's 15 minutes, and then this is your depth, the orange hand. Is that right? Or maybe the white hand is the time and the orange hand is the depth, perhaps? Can't quite remember. I'll come back once I know. Okay, so the orange hand, the large orange hand is our depth hand, and then the one, it looks like a GMT hand, arrow hand, is the diving time, and then the thin white one is the max depth hand. So I think that's the maximum depth you went to during your dive, perhaps? Not sure what the max depth hand actually indicates. Diving measurements. Indicates by max depth hand, current depth, maximum depth, diving time, time submerged is indicated by the alarm hand. Okay, interesting. Yeah, okay, so the orange hand is going to be the current depth. So if this was my dive log, I guess, I'm not sure if that actually means anything, but this was the maximum depth I went, so it was 20 meters. And then, yeah, this GMT hand indicates 15 minutes. So there you go. And then is this keeping conventional time? It isn't. So it says I was down there for 1, 2, 3, 4 hours and 5, 10, 15, 21, 22 minutes. So, okay, so let's try the actual reset and see if we can't get this running again. So I'm gonna do is well, yeah, I should just do it. Let's do that. So I put it in position 1, the crown. I think this will get it back to 0 position if it's set properly anyways, which it seems to be doing. Takes a moment, but yeah, so this is our centimeters hand. This should go to 0, as should the current depth meter hand. It should also go to 0. And it is off by a bit, so I'm not going to worry about that right now. Oh, okay, so in order to do a 0 hand reset, you just have to keep pushing this until you get a long beep. So, and this is your the memory of the last dive feature, so that's pusher B. So, yep, there we go. So it's going to do that again because this centimeter hand is not quite aligned. So I'm going to do a 0 position, see what happens, and then I'm going to just adjust it manually to the correct position, and then I'm going to do the official reset and see what it tells me and figure out if the computer's working accordingly. Is how I'm going to do that, I believe. So, okay. So if I pull this out to position 2, pushing this pusher is going to advance my centimeters hand by 1. Oop, I overdid it. So I'm going to keep doing this until I get it back to where it's supposed to be. I'm going to have to do this again probably after I do the actual reset of this. I'm going to have to redo the time and the time for the alarm as well. Probably. But yeah, this is a really cool watch actually. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. One, two, three, 4, and 5. Okay. Okay, so we're gonna do the reel reset now. Position 2. I'm supposed to hold these two. Nothing happened. What's supposed to happen? Let's see. When the battery is replaced with a new one, or the watch hands moving improperly, follow the procedure below. Pull out crown to the second click and press B and C at the same time. Okay. 1, 2. Huh, that's weird. Isn't doing anything. Oh, it just reset it. Okay, cool. So I think that's okay. So seeing a jitter like that, I think is what it's supposed to happen. Okay, so now now if I look at the log, it should say what it's supposed to. Okay, so let's do it. Let's look at the log. So we got 15 minutes in. 20 minute maximum dive, maximum meter depth. Yep. Average was 10. Yep, that's correct. And the time is randomly selected. So this all looks good. We're gonna hit this button again, and it should bring up the second one in memory. So it's supposed to be 30 minutes this time. Yep, 30 minutes. Average depth is supposed to be 40 meters, which, yep, 40 meters. Or that's maximum depth. And then average, yeah, so maximum is 40, that's correct. White hand, and then this orange hand is going to go to 20 to indicate the average, which should be right here, which is correct. And then the time should be time data 1 plus 6 hours. Don't know what that means. So it was set to conventional time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, 6 hours for sure. Yeah, that's all good. Because it's, yeah, so it's been set ahead 6 hours. So this is where it was, this is where it is now. And then the minutes hand is the same, which is what it says. So everything here checks out, which means the watch seems to be fully functional. So how cool is that? And then what do I do after that? I hit it again, and it'll go back to 0 now. So there you go. Fully functional as far as I could tell. Everything works. I can't test the water gauge because I live in the middle of the United States, so I don't really... I mean, I guess I could get in a deep lake, right? I don't know how to dive, so that's not going to be something I'm going to be able to test. But all things considered, the alarm works, it's setting properly, it all looks good to me. So I think this is a fully functional watch, which is pretty amazing. And I'm going to go ahead and call this a video. This is a long one, probably one of the longest ones I've done, but this is an extremely cool watch, rare. These are called Scuba Master, by the way. I probably didn't mention that earlier, but this is a Seiko Scuba Master. Extremely cool watch, very rare. Some people say that this is one of the first analog dive computers. I want to say Citizen probably beat Seiko to that. Somebody wants to correct me on that, go for it. But I'm pretty sure Citizen made the first analog watch with a depth sensor. I think it's called the Aqualand, is it not? Somebody correct me on that, because I feel like Citizen's definitely the OG when it comes to that. Alright, well, thanks so much, everybody, for watching. Yeah, if you found this useful or interesting, like and subscribe. I didn't see very many videos about this watch, so I figured I'd just go ham and get the manual out and do everything right. Amazing, amazing, amazing. Alright, well, take it easy, everybody, and I'll see you all in the next one. Goodbye.